What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Thunderbite29 here, and yep, I am back today with another video, as now I am finally home from West Virginia. But before I begin, I just want to thank everyone for the massive love and support that you've given me recently, and I appreciate all your guys' patience, and also thank you all for the happy birthday wishes. I really appreciate it and it means a lot. But today, as we are now just a few days away from the end of Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 2, I figured today, we're going to make a review talking about it, like why it was good and why it was bad. And that's very rare for me to say because out of like the last several seasons or so, I've talked about why they were always bad. But this is the first time I actually thought a season was good and bad overall. But today we're going to talk about that. So without further ado, let's begin, shall we? So where do I start? I think it would be more appropriate to start with the positives. This season was hit or miss a lot of times, and I think the first thing that was really hit or miss was the no-build game mode. At first, I was not that enthused, but looking back at it now, I was very mixed about it. Like, I was happy I could take a break from the massive sweat building, but I was not happy with the noob campers at the same time, like the people who camp in corners or camp in blimps. Kind of like what you deal with in Call of Duty on a daily basis. The second thing that was hit or miss about the season was the loophole. And I'll tell you what, half this loophole was fucking garbage, but we'll get to that in a minute. The Ranger shotgun by far was one of the biggest hit or miss weapons. Like, it was a good weapon to use in no build because of the one shot, and it was definitely good to use in solos. But this weapon was pretty useless in the building game mode and in squads. Armor battle buses and tanks were so fucking annoying at the beginning of the season because they were so overpowered and there was pretty much nothing to counter them. But then we get the guided missile 1 week after the season launched. And I'll tell you what, it's a pretty good rocket launcher, and one of the best features it has on it, it can lock on to a target. And that was a very nice change up. A change up that should have been added into Fortnite a long time ago. They also brought back the MK7, but it was thankfully nerfed, and it was something that they should have done in the first place. As we covered on that, now let's talk about the bad stuff, and the first bad thing I'm going to talk about is the loophole. The loophole was literally dog shit. The SMGs were so spammy and annoying, just like they were in the last season, so pretty much nothing changed from the last season when it came to the SMGs. The shotguns are dog shit, same as usual. And it was good that they brought back a couple OG weapons. But I'm not happy with what they did to them. Like, they fucked them up so badly. And what was embarrassing is, Epic Games decides to focusing on nerfing something that has not been in the game for years, but not nerf the broken SMGs that have dominated the last 2 seasons. Like what they did to the heavy sniper. It used to do like 300 damage a headshot. Now, the maximum it does is like 180. Like, that is so freaking absurd. They didn't just nerf that sniper, but they nerfed all the other snipers as well. They brought back the LMG, which I was very excited for at first, but until they fucked it up badly as well with the huge amount of recoil and its massive slow fire rate. Like, it's such a bad gun now. It's literally nothing like it was before. And the second bad thing about the season, there were no limited time modes. Like, that was very sad because this is what Fortnite has always done a great job with. Limited time modes, like whether if it's the best season or if it's the worst season, they always did a great job with limited time modes. But it was just a shame that we didn't see one this season. And the third bad thing about the season was the huge amount of collabs. And I was not planning to put this point in this video, but this could not be ignored because there were more than 20 collabs this entire season. More than half of them came in the month of May. Like, this was really embarrassing. Especially when they were doing them all on top of each other throughout the month of May. Like, we had so much Marvel. We had that Allier fiasco. We had Star Wars. Like, it was just out of freaking control. I mean, I get it. They have contracts or whatever, but they can at least slow the hell down on them. Like, don't do them, like, 5 times a week. Like, that's just absurd. And the fourth bad thing about the season was the IO guard system. And this is the first time in a long time that I've complained about the bots and AIs. But I'll tell you what, they were really annoying this season, especially with how strong they were. Like, they were freaking Terminators. Or that one location where you had 3 copies of Dr. Stone. Like, what the hell? Like, that was kind of lazy too. That they had 3 copies of Dr. Sloan they had to fight. I'll tell you what, it's so annoying. It's just as annoying as Jellybean and her PNG YouTuber clones. But in conclusion, the season was not that bad, but it was not all that good either. I was a little disappointed with a couple of things that they had done. But on the other side, this was a season that I could actually tolerate. And in a way, this season was at least playable. And Fortnite has done some crazy changes. Changes that we had not expected to see. Pretty good ones too, like the no building game mode. That was a very good change up. Adding a guided missile launcher. That was a nice change up. And it still had flaws too. Like half the loophole was garbage. They spammed collabs again. The IO guards were annoying as hell. Even though this season might be bad, but also good at the same time, this season was definitely better than the last one, and it's definitely better than the last few seasons that we have had before. This season might have been the worst launch ever, but in the end, the season got better. But what do you guys think of this season? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video or if you agree with me, like this video and subscribe, share this video with your friends, and click the bell if you don't want to miss another. And I apologize for the massive delays. I love you all to death and you all are the best, as we are now closing in on 4,330 subscribers. I love you all to death and thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And until next time, I will see you all in the next video. And this is Thunderbite29, sign off.